All right, we're queuing up. It's starting to sync, and we are live. Hi, this is Captain Den here in the den. Nice Monday evening for you guys. A little late start because some of us had to work like slaves, and now we're ready to play the game. We're playing the Shadows of Eberron with our DM Kavrown. Go ahead and take it away, Kavrown.
Well, the group just finished a mission last week to rescue the Dauphin Royale and any of its crew, which was only the captain at the end. We haven't done is player introductions. I know we're short a couple players, so why don't we go ahead and everybody tell us about your character. We'll start off with Evo. Unless we lost Evo.
We did. I'm sitting here talking because I was muting in case I was burping. That's not fair. You throw it straight back to me after I set all this up to go. What I'm going to do...
You're warmed up.
What we haven't done is I need to sync everybody's characters into VTT. So, little technical thing, as I'm going to show you Evo. Our DM leveled this up all here, and I'm going to go in using D&D Beyond. We have an import system that we use with our Foundry VTT. So I'm going to start that process, and I'm going to go to Evo's character sheet as soon as I'm done. And my character's name is Evo Shandor, which you can now see that's a little messed up, but I am the supreme multi-class character. I have 2 levels of Paladin, 1 level of Warlock, and 1 level of Bard. And Evo Shandor is the uninspired child of 2 great adventurers, and they founded the Blazing Phoenix's adventuring company, which was pretty much like the greatest adventuring company in all of Eberron. And they had a crew of like 50 top level, like 10 to 20th level adventurers, and they would do all kinds of stuff. But Evo was just Shandor's kid, and his parents, being so badass and awesome, were so overprotective that Evo basically had to sit back at camp pretty much his whole life, all the way up until he was in his 30s, or approaching his 30s. And his dad, Narlak Shandor, was an archmage, and Lila Shandor was a deadshot ranger who could pretty much slay somebody from a half a mile away with their longbow. And they had a good portion of the Blazing Phoenix's company all on this super mega important mission. They called almost all the crews that they had for this mission. Evo, being like in his late 20s, was and always being like just left at camp, was kind of disinterested because he knew he wasn't going to be able to tag along on this, was just hanging back at camp with some of the Warforged buddies that were kind of set there to help keep the skyship safe and make sure Evo did not get in trouble while they were off saving the world. And that's when the morning hit, and Evo wasn't really paying attention, and all of a sudden that wave of screaming horrible faces that created the morning, this cloud of just necromantic evil destruction, came pouring at them. And out of running out of, I think it was what we said, a Warforged just came running out of the morning, picked up Evo, and just kept running. Evo kind of passed out, probably bumped his head on a bunch of stuff, and when he woke up, him and the Warforged that saved his life which was Killian. I believe the only thing he could remember was his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Evo basically only had the things on his back, which wasn't much, because he was just sitting around looking at, erotic poetry drawings and stuff like that. And they went off to find out what was happening. And I believe that though Killian didn't know why, he had a bunch of letters from all the members of the Phoenixes that he gave to Evo. That was basically like the final wills of everybody that was in the group. And so Evo decided to make it his mission with his completely new memory, Killian, to find the families of the Blazing Phoenixes and return these messages of their fallen parents or brothers and family members. And so that's where they started off on their journeys. Evo was able to parlay the family name, though people really didn't understand or believe who he was much, to slowly kind of grow a little bit of their wealth, so they almost had nothing, and was delivering some of the messages, and decided that you know what, it's time for him to stand on his own 2 feet, and he needs to find out what happened to his parents. So Killian and him kind of, and one of their people that they delivered the message to, Felix, decided to refound the Blazing Phoenixes and get to the root of the story of what caused the mourning. But that's going to take more adventurers, more capital, and more time. So Evo and his new friends set out to recreate the Blazing Phoenixes and try to find out what caused the mourning. But this whole time that this Evo was young and growing, he always heard these whisperings in the back of his head. And he wasn't quite sure where these whisperings were coming from. He mostly just thought that eventually when he got older, it was his imagination because he spent so much time alone. And then over the years before the morning, he started to display light powers of healing, but he really never utilized them much. When he found out after he started adventuring that he had some kind of direct connection to some type of celestial force of entities or people, or he's not sure what, and they've been guiding him on this path, and he just takes it upon himself, thinking that they're showing him the way to find out what happened to his parents in the morning. And the rest you can watch basically in all the episodes that we put online. And that's pretty much Evo's story. He's torn between helping others and wanting vengeance for the death of his parents that he took for granted in their death. And that's his story so far, with more to come.
And then we have the Warforged Killian.
Yes, as said, Killian has no memory before the morning. Just knows that he feels the need to help people, whatever that means. Sometimes it gets misinterpreted. And he is not stupid, but his lack of memory kind of clouds his judgment sometimes, and he knows he's very good at grabbing and crushing things, and is trying to help Evo as best he can to refound the Blazing Phoenixes and make the world a better place in his eyes. Well, that's it.
Okay, then we'll come to the elves. Shiny.
Okay, I am Shiny of the Fey Persuasion, equally adept with the blade as well as casting. Eldritch Blast being my favorite spell of choice. I'm also a Hexblade with my pal Inri, Pseudo Dragon, here to slay evil and do good.
Your pal
Veterans
who?
of the wars. Hey, I use my powers for good. Bottom line.
No, I don't think we've met your pal yet, have we?
You're
No,
about
you'd have-
to.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
We were in combat, so he will be making his appearance now.
Well, bring him out.
I post a little picture of him.
Do you have a picture? Or shall I put one up?
I will post a picture of him, but please move on, and I will bring one out.
Okay. Then Mordrin.
Mordrin Alessandra. His parents had traveled to the Isle of Erenal on a pilgrimage to visit the Undying Court. And while on their pilgrimage, Mordrin was born. As a young man, he doesn't have a lot of memories of his parents because he was turned over to be raised as an acolyte at the Undying Church of the Undying Court. So he was raised there. As he grew into adolescence, he started manifesting signs of a dragon mark and was taken aside by one of the senior scribes of the cloister's library, who was somehow associated with House Fjarlin and recognized the early manifestations and taught Mordrin to keep it a secret from the court, but raised him and essentially became the father he didn't have. When he became an adult, he was given an assignment to go to the mainland and investigate the Mourning and bring any information he could find back to Erenal. And also, he took it as a part of his mission to see if he could find any signs of his parents, because he could find no records showing their names as having visited the island in the first place. So he has that mystery behind him as well.
Okay, and Roland, we're doing introductions
wow.
of the character, descriptions, not between each other, but basically for the stream. I don't know that we've done this in a while.
Gotcha. Let me pull up my character sheet here real quick.
And welcome.
Hey,
Glad you
hey
made
everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Worries.
No worries.
That's crazy stuff to do when I got home.
it.
I worked for a slave driver like you did. I would.
Well, I can't.
It's the
say
company, man, not the manager. Not the manager. It's the company.
What all company men say.
Right.
I'm a man of the people. Kiss my ass.
Oh, now you definitely sound like a company man. Sound like a manager to me right there. Sound like a C-suite executive.
All right. Let's see if I actually wrote it all down, because you know what? I kind of remember it all, but did I actually write it down in the character sheet? Probably not. In which case, I'm going to ad-lib some of it. But Roland Arenol, Bard extraordinaire of music and sights and sound. How do you like that?
Nice.
He grew up in a family of performers, and but he always seemed to be the musically gifted one, which really didn't fit in with everyone else's acrobatics and acting and swordplay and all that other stuff that everyone else was doing. So he was kind of not really shunned, but was left to his own vices and never really had a mentor. So yeah, all his trade skills that he does have, which is music and a couple other things that I'm not privy to tell out in the open, he had to learn on himself. And actually, by the time he became of age, he felt it was necessary for him to actually leave his family and strike out on his own, because he was either putting in his performances, he was either putting the crowd that everyone was making money off of either to sleep with his songs and he just felt that he just didn't quite fit in, so he figured he would strike out on his own and not bother his family by, ruining their business, and hopefully find his own path some other way. And in which case, he grabbed his instruments, his hat, and his backpack, and he hit the high road. And over a period of time, he fell in with different groups here and there, but he always felt that he just never could find the right match to his talents, I guess. Until now, he's found his rowdy bunch that he's adventuring with now, and he just a little surprised that he's been able to perform and play music beyond his wildest dreams in terms of exciting a crowd. But he's starting to think that it's not so much that he by himself was terrible. He plays a secondary role in his music, and he likes to fill in the voids that he hears musically with other musicians that are of equal or better talent than him, and he's enjoying himself. And I think that enjoyment has heightened his ability to perform. And therefore, he is hopefully striking bonds with his compatriots now, and he's almost eager and willing to do whatever they want him to do. As a little bard halfling trying to make it in this big world that he just doesn't feel like he's big enough to fill those shoes yet, but he's definitely going to try.
All right.
So, without giving up too much, at least his inspirations and his aspirations. So
Excellent. I think that's everybody, right? That's here. Felix is here but not here.
recuperating.
Just date night. All right. You guys want to fill in Roland on what we've done?
Yeah, so we were talking about weapons. We knew that you probably didn't want the plate mail. So me and Killian rolled off for it. I won, but then we found that nobody wanted the longsword the captain gave us. So I gave Killian the plate mail, so now he's a juggernaut. And I took the captain's sword. We have Mordrin, who took the metamorph wand that turns into any kind of item that you want. I'm curious to see if it will turn into 50 feet of rope. And so that kind of left us with your, no direct cut for you, because we knew that you didn't want to use a longsword. But we have
there's the other metamorph weapon.
Yeah, there's one more metamorph, and then there is 4 ornate daggers that are worth 4 gold piece each, that you could take one or all of them.
I'd take a dagger.
You want all 4? You can throw them.
Yeah, I'll take all 4.
All right.
No one wants to claim a fancy dagger.
Or do you want the metamorph weapon thing that oozes and looks crazy like that picture in the sidebar?
Yeah, not quite. I don't think I'm not ready for my weapon to be my best friend yet.
But the one thing that we did find out was that you want to tell him? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it will take about 5 minutes to transition into things that you're thinking about, because I've been practicing having it transition from my holy symbol to a short sword. But something else we learned is that while sleeping, it transitions into its regular creature form and kind of stands watch.
Right.
And
But
we don't know at this point anything else that it may have.
Oh, no, well, we do know some more. It likes raw meat.
Oh.
And it also is warm to the touch when you hold it, which we believe could be soul-sucking.
Yes, and when it's standing watch, it's determining ways to kill you
Yeah, no,
and eat your soul.
most of us are just too paranoid, but we took the extra one emptied out a chest, put it in there, told it to stay, and we've been throwing it raw meat for the last like few hours while we all been discussing what to do.
What was the
Wow.
And then it made a
Juggernaut's weapon?
It also made a request for small babies to eat next.
Well, yeah, I definitely don't want that because I kind of
Such
look like a small
hang-ups.
baby.
But you know, because it seems to be maybe a sentient creature, we probably won't try to sell it into slavery or something. That would be pretty horrible. But you know, a couple things to try. You know, Mordred, maybe you could see if it would turn into rope, and can you fuse them together to make one big bean that you maybe could transform into armor or something? I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
Put them both in the same chest and see what happens to see if they multiply like your chickens in Valheim.
Ooh.
No?
Do you?
Do they seem to get along?
Oh yeah, and they'll and it seem like they're talking to each other.
Mm.
It'll revert into its creature form, and they skitter around and neck and irk, make sounds.
Mm.
Then it looks back up at you, since you've been holding it lately. Hopefully,
Oh. I will. Imagine it fusing with the other one.
Wow, bear chicken, bear, bear, waka, bow. We always do.
Hey, you were the one that
pervo.
wanted it.
You're
You
a
were the
total
one.
perv.
You expressly requested it.
I
so
made
I'm
an
like, hey,
offhanded remark and thought it was funny. Is like, you know,
Not my
but
thing.
you actually put yours in there. Anyways,
Sometimes you have to pay for that time.
yeah.
it doesn't. They don't combine up
Okay.
together.
I
They
will
don't.
take mine up again and pet him and give him some raw meat, and I will make beck noises at him too.
All right. It happily feeds and purrs when it
Mm.
settles into whatever form you're looking to.
I will. I'll let him go with short sword for the time being.
Okay. And it does. And it makes sure that it fits into the sheath that you provide for it.
What a helpful creature.
And the other one is looking hopefully up at anybody who is watching while you were trying to test it.
Maybe Felix will be a little more open-minded.
Possibly. And
Felix
it'll
will be the first to die, then I predict.
Wow.
it does the like, you know, small dog / cat thing and circles around in the chest and then sits down.
So that didn't sell you there, Roland?
Nope, not quite.
Not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
But look at this, and then I have it transition into my holy symbol and put it on as a brooch. Like, you could always have a weapon with you.
That
It's
is
secreted
true.
about.
That is very true. That is a very, very cool item. I must admit that, if I was looking for subterfuge of a weapon, that would be my go-to first choice. But I don't know. I kind of like being able to show off my 4 daggers.
Okay. Now, hopefully Felix will be not as closed-minded.
Well,
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
absolutely.
we're just gonna treat it like, something, and keep an eye on it in case it does something, and make sure we stay out of trouble.
Okay.
No, there is Inri, the
Let's
pseudo dragon.
I don't see him yet.
Copy him.
Oh, he's
It's in Discord.
It's in Discord. Okay.
Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Take a bitch. And didn't work. Seeing if I can get that drawn into the program. Let's see. No.
Don't go that way.
Nope. It's not coming that way. Alrighty. Well, Shiny.
Yes, sir.
You summon your new friend?
I do. I would like you all to meet my friend. He promises to keep watch on us, aid us in our quest, and fight all evil beings.
And go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, okay. So describe how you summon him. It only takes an action to do so.
So I step away from the group so that I can concentrate and make sure I summon him properly. And then I bring him out sitting on my shoulder. Please introduce yourself, Inri.
And so he coalesces out of some eldritch smoke and appears solidly on Shiny's shoulder and gives a little draconic squawk at the group and wraps its tail around around Shiny's neck.
He's rather shy, but
Is he
he
attacking
will,
you?
No, he's
Oh boy,
protecting
here it
me,
comes.
he doesn't take well to newcomers right there, but I'm sure you will grow quite fond of him.
I
And
was here
he will
first.
protect you. He will protect you with his life.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Inri.
Does a little chirp at you. It looks at each of you in the eyes, and you're looking into a small dragon's eyes, basically, because pseudo dragons basically are what do you call it? Ratio, the equivalent of a dragon, just small.
I telepathically tell Inri that if he sees the wand trying to kill anyone, to immediately attack.
Got it. Kill the
The
beast.
The wand is likely evil, Inri. Please keep watch of it. It's likely to attack in the dark when no one is watching.
Will do. Alrighty.
But we don't hear that.
No, that one's telepathic. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
So we've finished our spa treatments, and is
Yes.
this at the spa, or I guess we're back at the room now.
This would be back at the room.
Did you hit enter? I never got the picture.
For which?
I can throw it in the game too. I threw it in Discord.
Yeah, I couldn't.
don't have it.
I couldn't get it to come over, and I don't know if it's the file type.
All right, I'll take a look.
I tried to drop something in it, and it said I didn't have rights.
Well, your kind doesn't deserve rights.
Oh man. man.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow. Can't believe you treat an elf like that, man.
Yeah, you don't have upload privileges. AKA denied.
I do.
There it
Oh,
went.
thank you. You're the man.
All right. Well, I think we should all get a good night's sleep, and we'll see what the next day comes.
yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of zoologist we could meet that might be able to give us more information on these metamorphs.
Well, we still also have the book research that we're working on too.
Yeah, the book guy is still booking. I hope he is still here.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's got a room that he's using as his his bedroom and slash study.
He was booking that, yeah.
Ironsides is still there and being his guard.
Does he look like he's
good.
working hard?
Your stage friend, yes.
So
He
what'd you find
promised to
out?
stay hard working if we fed him too, right?
Yes, your food and lodging, and his pay. Let's see. I think Roland, did you make a? Were you interested in trying to figure out what the little creatures were? I can't remember if you made a roll.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see if I know a little bit more about him. Yeah, I'd be interested. So, what type of role is that?
Arcana or survival, either one.
Gotcha. Oh, no, I'm not synced. Hold on. No. Well, my first roll was 7, so probably not.
Yeah, no. Not even close. A few of you are. It's like it's on the tip of your tongue, like you think you know what it is, but you're not quite sure. Never seen one.
I wonder if our gnome archivist friend might recognize them.
Do you bring that up?
Sure.
Okay. Well then.
Do you happen to have seen anything in your readings about these creatures?
Well, isn't that interesting?
Nope.
You don't know his bonuses. He is an archivist.
I'm too busy
Yes.
looking at these books.
Not my job.
No. That. Well, it kind of. Flora, not. Or fauna, not my speciality.
What
What
about extra dimensional demonic creatures?
This doesn't look like a extra dimensional demonic creature. More like, kind of like a mimic.
I can see that. Except for mimics are a little bit more bitey usually.
Yeah, this like I said, could be related. Would be my best guess. Though somebody at the library, I'm sure you could find.
Do you have a peer at the library with a specialty in this type of fauna?
Let's see if I remember correctly.
Well, you just gotta be careful because, somebody may want something that's unique, and then are you willing to part with yours if they consider it dangerous?
Well, I mean, if it's dangerous, I don't want the thing hanging around. It's
All right.
Yeah, I know a dwarf that specializes in the flora and fauna of things like this, I would guess.
Can you vouch for his discretion?
Oh yes, all the sages at the academy are of impeccable honor.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. So I will... What is the dwarf's name we should look for?
It is. Let's go with. Ooh, that is a terrible name. We're not going to know that name. I'm not even going to be able to pronounce that name. No.
I'd
Name
like to buy a
generator.
vowel.
Let's try this. Sigmund.
Sigmund. Okay. I will get as much of his contact information as possible, and then
You just
Make
go
a
to the
plan
academy and
to,
ask around.
visit the academy on the morrow.
Excellent. I hope he can help you.
Thank you very much for your time. Sorry to have distracted you from what is undoubtedly intensely interesting reading.
Oh my! And he starts to babble on about, and you're hard pressed to, if you were trying to get out of long-winded explanations, you're a little hard pressed to get out and not be rude. As he's explaining this, that, the other thing, and a little bit more of that one.
Yeah. Make some abdominal cramps and run towards the privy.
Oh, I understand. Happens more often than you think. And he gets back to his work.
Excellent.
Then everybody hitting the hay, going to bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Been a
Been
rather
a
long
long
day.
day.
I'll watch the door.
Okay. Ironsides is with you. Also,
You watch the window.
got it.
Going back to back, right?
Yeah.
I have Inri keep watch over us as well,
Alrighty.
since he obviously is trying to be asleep.
And the little metamorph also appears to stand watch.
I will make a comfortable little spot for him near the door, near the bed, wherever it looks like he wants to set up, and call it a night.
Okie dokie. And everybody gets a long rest.
Hooray!
Yay.
And let's see, Mordred, when you come out of your trance, as it were, little metamorph is snuggled in right next to you.
Aww. How
It's
delightful is that?
its eyes looking around, looks at you when it notices you're awake.
And
then
I will...
It does
Go
its
ahead.
little skitter and slides into your short sword sheath.
Well,
What a
better than that
delightful
than your
creature.
cod piece.
Well, that's entirely subjective.
Oh, what?
Don't judge.
I literally
Don't
a paladin.
yuck a
I
man's
judge everyone. That's what I do.
I have such hang-ups.
You'll have the warmest cod when we're on the trail.
Mm.
What is the
Best
other one doing? Just
tended.
kind of like bummed out that nobody's paying him attention or something?
It looks like a bored little dog, but it's got like chitteny legs, body there. And it's got multiple eyes and looks hopefully up at you as you check in on it.
Mordred, why don't you just pick up the other one?
I know what I would do with another one, but
I don't know. Turn him into a staff. Or 50 feet of rope. I don't know.
All right. Well, since Felix is not expressing an opinion one way or another, I will pick it up as well, and give it a little bit of meat, and I will have it see if it will do dagger.
Okay. And
The first one is highly jealous.
the things kind of chirp at each other, and doesn't look aggressive at the other one, and the new one slowly turns into a dagger for you.
Okay, well then I will tuck the dagger into my belt and have our breakfast, and after which, does anyone want to visit the academy with me?
Well, do we have any more information on these books?
He's only been at it for a day.
2 days.
2 days, okay. Yeah, so he's like, it's going to take me the better part of a week to get through a fair amount of this, at least for what I can see here. I can follow some of the... And he starts to go into a long-winded explanation of what he's doing.
I like that. Can I decipher that?
Go ahead and make an Arcana roll.
Yeah, it sounds great. You're doing a great job. Just to let us know if you need anything.
Any information from the academy that you need while we're there?
I could use Reikland's treatise on the numerical alphabetical ramifications of, and it's a long title. He writes it down
Okay.
here. This would be better.
Excellent. Okay. So I will at least pick that up while I'm there. Are we all going?
I don't know. Nothing else better to do.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sounds like
Sure.
fun.
If
be
anything,
able
we
to
could
find
pass
something
out
out.
business cards.
Might help cement our image as good Samaritans if we visited the I don't know if it would be a seafarers union or something, to see if they were able to do anything to bring any of the sailors back from their gentle repose.
Yeah, that would be the guards. And what was that sergeant's name that got us for that last job? Felix, do you remember?
Vilroy.
Vilroy?
Jermaine Villeroy.
As I click on my notes page. I mean, those guys, the team that went in, they were from his group. So,
That was an Orion.
Sergeant
house.
Randall. It was Captain Randall of House Orion.
Captain Randall de Orion,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, he's the one, and the team was that was attached to that, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Well, I
was
guess
a
it was-
Orion team.
Yeah, his team and the sailors. But
Yeah, I mean, those are the only people that were not turned into undead. Anybody who was part of the original crew were either sucked the life out of them or turned into zombies. And there ain't no coming back from that. Trust me. But the crew, I mean, none of these are massive dignitaries. I mean, I'm sure since you gently reposted them, they're going to be keeping for at least 30 to 40 days. So they just probably have them propped up somewhere waiting for the families to see if they're going to collect them. But I don't know. Yeah, don't
Just a
particularly
thought.
want to go either.
Very well then. Off we go.
Alrighty. You head outside of the guild house there.
I
Along.
will pony up for a sky coach.
All right. It's for the 5 of you. A gold piece will cover it,
Okay.
and lifting off, it winds its way through the towers and the city and the smoke and the mists and the fog and the din of a city of Sharn's size. Animal sounds, people laughing, crying, the just the general din of people moving about during the day. Floats up to you, and other sky coaches go drifting by, along with other flying creatures. A gargoyle here, air elemental there, and then you come up to the mooring spot for the academy.
Excellent. So, make my way inside and inquire at the front desk where I might find the dwarf Sigmund.
Let's see. Sigmund. See if he's on today. Do an easy roll here. Oh, yes. Sigmund's here. He would be over in the tower, the zoology tower.
The zoology tower. Excellent.
It's
I'm
down
checking
that
the-
direction.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And make my way thither.
Okay. The rest of you all in tow.
Trundle along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to keep an eye out for anything interesting.
Oh, well, it is an academy. There's people going to and fro, books in hand, going to towers, checking out the "You Are Here" map to see where they need to go, and
Making full use of the Dewey Decimal System.
yes. You make your way to the zoology tower, and of course, there's more. What do you call it? There are displays of hundreds of different types of creatures in here, all taxidermied up, as it were, into typical poses for said creatures. And once you're at the zoology tower, there's another what do you call it, librarian desk there that you can go up to.
And I will go to the desk and say, "Good morning.
Good morning.
We were told that the scholar Sigmund is here."
Yes. Let me put a call out.
Uh-oh.
And they pick up what looks like, to our eyes, a phone, and taps on a gem instead of like a dial-up. I'm trying to reach Professor Sigmund. Thank you. And hi, Professor. We have a group of individuals here interested in talking to you. Okay, thank you. And puts down the object that they had been talking into and says, the professor will be down shortly. You can have a seat over there. Nice little comfy waiting area.
Okay.
Where's the coffee?
The
They probably don't allow beverages.
cafeteria.
No beverages near the books.
Yeah, we frown on that.
Come
don't wanna
on,
get
it's nothing
offended.
that a prestidigitation spell can't clean. Get real.
And oh yeah, you're welcome to go to the cafeteria. I don't have any in here though. So a couple of minutes go by, and a dwarf comes trotting over to you guys at the waiting area. Says, "Hello, I'm Sigmund."
I will stand and Professor Sigmund, it's a pleasure to meet you. Professor Ladderbip recommended you as a scholar of great discretion.
Oh, excellent, Ladderbip, fine fellow.
Do you have a place where we may speak privately? We have a question for you.
Oh, sure. There's a little meeting room right this way, and he turns and leads you guys off down a hallway, and there's a atypical conference room.
Excellent. And I will say, well, we recently ran upon these and wish to know if you had any information on them. And I will pull out the dagger and set it on the table, and I will will it to transmute back to its natural state.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Have you seen these creatures before? They seem fairly harmless. Oh,
I have. These are an offshoot of Mimic, known as Mimic Mites, or affectionately known as Sword Mites. They're they typically transform into weapons useful to us humanoids for the ease of feeding on our victims, basically our opponents.
are they intelligent, malevolent? Are they fairly
Can they be
harmless
trusted?
creatures?
They got, well, they're about, and he's poking at it with his wand, and it puts up its pincers like it's sparring with him. He doesn't seem very aggressive with it, and it seems to be more like playing. They've got the intelligence of maybe a dog, maybe yeah.
A blink dog? Because they're very intelligent.
No, like, a normal little poodle or such breed. They can understand a few words. They could be trained a little bit.
Can they be trusted?
As any animal could be.
That's
They're
encouraging.
they obviously need nourishment, and mimics eat meat. Unwary adventurers usually is the ones that mimics come across, and or other humanoids in the dungeony places. These guys are smaller.
Will they try to eat us from sleep?
Probably not, if you treat it well. They basically will soak up the blood of an opponent that it strikes.
They're carrion.
Yes.
What happens if they were trained by evil beings?
Well, then
They spent much time with the undead.
they wouldn't be much interested in undead. Nothing there for them
They had
to
dark
interact
masters?
with.
Well, cultists, they were owned by cultists, is what he's saying. He's worried about the residual effect of what these cultists were doing to innocent people if they could turn these creatures into, as you teach a hound to, bark at your neighbors or bite the parcel man who's dropping off packages to your abode, right?
Well stated, Evo.
Or are they just more like clay?
They bond with an individual, and if you defeated that individual, the sword might here takes a little bit of psychic feedback and and basically kind of resets itself.
Oh, that's very encouraging.
So
Do you have any books you could recommend that would have information, perhaps on the care and upkeep of one of these creatures?
let's see. Yeah. There's a little treatise on mimics and their offshoot
Subvariants.
subvariants. Yes, it is. Here, let me write it down for you. He writes down a title and hands you it on a
Okay.
notepad.
Okay. Well, I thank you very, very much for your time.
Well, thank you. I haven't seen one of these in a while. It's a kind of a blue pleasure.
Are they rare? Are they valuable?
Yeah, they can evolve and take on traits of creatures that they slay. Particularly, eventually they can even produce magical effects. But they are wide and varied. There's no sure evolutionary path for them. Not that it's really evolution. It's more of it's kind of
So, Professor, what happens when you collect them all?
Well, if you collect all 7, you can summon the dragon. Oh wait, no. Well, you can obviously have more than one in your possession, and they get along just fine as long as you can keep them fed.
What happens when you feed one but not the other?
They might get a little bit jealous.
Yeah, we might try that with you, Shiny.
Yeah, if you treat it like a good pet, it'll treat you just fine. If you want to sell it, I could put a fair gold piece value on it.
Yeah, what would you say a fair gold piece value would be?
Well,
2,000?
Not quite that much. That's a bit high.
I mean, just think if it eventually morphed into a +5 Holy Avenger.
Probably could do that. It could definitely get sharper and stuff, but I don't know if that it could emulate an Avenger's ability. But you could probably get by maybe 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh. It's another suit of plate mail.
Thank you very much. We will let you know if we have an interest in getting rid of it.
Yeah, I could put together that kind of funds for the academy if you're interested.
Well, also, Professor, not interested in selling it at the moment, but we'll consider it. But here, take our card. We are the Blazing Phoenixes. And if you happen to need help with any explorations, we recently rescued a House Orion crew that could not complete the task of bringing in one of their ships, and we were able to foil the cultists that were going to unleash hundreds of undeads into the city itself, thwarting their plans, stealing their metamorphs, and saving the day. So we are quite good at our job. If you do need a team of adventurers or perhaps protectors, if you're going to go on one of your out of city scholarly missions or perhaps into the Undercity, give us a call.
Excellent. I will keep this on file, and he puts it into an inner robe pocket.
I will look around at all of the taxidermied creatures, and it's like, It wouldn't be your intent to add this to your collection here, would it?
Oh no, not until it died of normal causes
Oh.
and stuff.
Okay.
This is a specimen like this is worth more alive than dead. After it died, of course, we would display it as these creatures.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much. Much to consider.
Gonna
Thank
roll
you for your
insight to see if
time.
he's full of shit.
Sure, go for it. No, he seems extremely earnest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
will
kooky
find
professors
a
are.
copy of that book.
Okay. You can swing by and look through the Dewey Decimal System and find the book.
As well as Ryden's treatise on numerical, alphabetical, etc.,
Yes.
etc.
You'll have to go
for
to a different part of the
Letterden.
library and find that one. It's a harder one to find.
I
But
feel at home amongst the tomes.
If we're gonna spend this much time in the library, I'm gonna pick up a copy of Tobin's Spirit Guide.
a well-used book. All right, and you find your books you're looking for.
Excellent.
How much do they cost?
It's a
Well,
library, right?
It's a library, so you have to return them within a week.
I'm sure they also.
I
You
know
know.
somebody became a member of the library
I
last
think we all did.
time. Yeah,
I even added that to my inventory, my
library
Lib-
card.
my
Yeah.
library card. Moorgrave University library card.
There it is.
No
Wow.
late fees ever.
You don't even want to know what the fees are. We don't
So-
want your money.
They send a revenant after you to get the book back.
I spent a little bit of time seeing if there's any books on how to interact with and utilize pseudo dragons.
Okay, yeah. There's a section for dragons and then pseudo dragons, and you know that's a fairly large section, the dragon section. So many different types, but you do find a book on pseudo dragons,
Okay.
and you can also check that book out.
Oh, I do.
All right. What's next on the agenda?
Well, I guess go back and just gonna rest up and wait to see if anybody comes a knocking. We don't have anything pressing, do we?
I could do some shopping. I might try to improve my leather here that I'm wearing seems a bit worn.
Okay.
I happen to have a set of studded leather that you are welcome to take to see if maybe they can resize it for you, my friend.
Hell, yeah. That sounds
Or were you looking for
like a
something a
great
little
proposition.
heavier?
I'm finding that I can be more effective if I am less encumbered.
I see.
So yes, you are welcome to take my suit of studded leather armor.
Oh, I could pay you for it.
No. I gift it to you, my friend.
All right. Well, I
May
appreciate
it serve you
will,
well.
I will definitely
And
wear it.
here you can take the shield as well, and maybe if you can sell it at the armorer if it helps defray the cost of resizing the armor.
Oh, all right. What kind of shield is it?
Like it's just
Shield.
just a shield.
Oh, a shield or a buckler?
Yeah, right.
I think buckler is a +1.
It's a +2, so it's a
Kite or a heater.
Round,
Yeah.
I'll put it in my inventory.
excellent. I will remove them from mine.
Yep. Make yourself lighter, my friend.
And all the vendors adventurers could need here on Clifftop, assuming that you headed back. All appear to be of good quality vendors and smiths and crafters.
All right. Well, I would see if there's a leather worker who could help me resize it down to my stout halfling size.
You do find a leather worker specializing in armors that could help you out.
All right.
Are you? Let's see here.
What about Killian?
Killian's the smith.
Yeah, I can't do leather really.
No. I mean, isn't your
That's
tongue
a
leather?
different. That's a different toolkit, I think.
I thought you had a roll-out tongue that was leather.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have tinker's
You're
tools.
thinking of a different model Warforge.
Oh, maybe that's an Ironside.
Let's see. Scrolling. Studded leather. Oh. To resize that, 5 gold.
5 gold. Could I interest you in some trade?
What do you got?
I've got this nice, beautiful round shield
Ah,
I don't have need for.
well then, let's see this shield. Good condition, strappings. Doing well. Okay, I'll trade you the shield for resizing that. Let's get you out of that armor you got right now and start getting this resized and strapped down to you.
All right.
Come this way. And he'll go
Awesome.
through all the crafty bits of a leather worker as if they were a tailor, sizing you out and doing the stuff with the armor and checking the straps out. Yeah. And a couple of hours later, you have studded leather your size.
Sweet. I will give him the shield.
Excellent.
And I will say, if I ever need more work, I know where to come.
That's right. We're here to help.
And I will sell my chain.
You're
Can't do
selling
that
your
anymore.
chainmail. Okay.
Mhm.
For your chain, you can find a price at an armor smith. And is that medium sized or large
Yeah,
size?
it's medium size.
Alrighty. 40 gold.
Okay.
I know people were talking about wanting to pick up potions while they were on the last adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
About some healing pots, that would be
Yes.
good. We have an opportunity
yes.
to buy some healing pots.
Yes, there is an alchemist shop.
Oh,
All right,
good.
let's pay him a visit.
Yes.
here. Lots of. You're getting tired of scrolling. All right. Potions of healing.
Longer living through alchemy.
Yes,
Mm,
indeed.
Hmm.
What kind of outrageous price is this guy gonna try to sell them to us for?
Got a potion of healing that would be 50 gold, and it would restore 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
So, can we get a 20% discount if we buy 10?
You can make a persuasion check.
Yeah, not bad.
You buy 10, he'll give you a 5% discount.
How about a 10% discount for 10?
If you buy 20, I'll get you a 10% discount.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of money.
That's
1,000 gold pieces, and then 10% of that, it's only, 15 maybe. I mean,
Perhaps we could do a favor for you. Is there anything you need done? We're quite skillful.
Well, my shop is well stocked. What is it you do that you think? Well, obviously you're adventurers, so do you have a card?
I'm
We
waiting.
do.
I'm waiting to watch for these other guys work the deal a little bit. So I just look over at Shiny and
Yeah,
raise an eyebrow, like, go for it.
Absolutely. Well, as you mentioned, your shop is well stocked. That means you have quite a reach, which means there's probably something that's even beyond what you currently have. Maybe there's some very unusual potions you would like to make, but yet lack ingredients. So we could offer our services to obtain said rare ingredients.
Yes, that would be. I'm always looking for an able group to go after pieces and parts.
Well, perhaps we can handle many dangerous missions. So perhaps there's something that is extreme that you'd be willing to offer us an extreme discount that would be commensurate with our activities.
I pay fair, and I expect fair payment. So,
Absolutely. We expect nonetheless.
I don't have anything I need pressing, but I will keep your names on file.
All right, so
Is
if we
there-
bought 5 of, would you give us a 10% for 5?
No, if you're buying 5, then you're paying full price. If you're buying the 10, then I get you the 5% off.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless you guys want to buy your own, and we do it as a group purchase, I don't have the funds to buy everybody.
Perhaps we could do both.
Yeah,
I'm willing to pay for my own. That's not a.
yeah, I'll pay for my own.
All right, so we got 1, 2, Shiny, you 2, 3.
Sure.
Roland, 4.
Oh yeah.
Mordrin, so that's 5 there, and I will buy another 5, so that's 10.
Well, there you
So that's gonna clean us out. But so we're gonna buy 10, and so he's gonna give us a 10%, so 900 gold. Let's do
but
that.
I'm buying my own, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be spending 900 gold.
Yeah, no, it'd be 45 of
Oh, sorry, 500
fees,
gold.
right?
500 gold for 10. So he's
Oh,
gonna.
okay.
So for 450, we get 10.
Right, but then there was me, Roland.
Yeah, you
Shiny.
guys 250. I'm putting up the other 250.
Okay.
All right, so it's 50 gold each have
45. 45
45,
gold
okay.
each.
Is the potion of healing greater? Or
No,
No, this is regular.
basic.
doesn't have regular in the D&D Beyond.
It's just. It is. It's called. Yeah, I'll
It has greater, superior, and supreme. is all
no,
I'm
there's
buying.
another one hiding underneath it. It's just under a different name. All right, so that's minus 100 from that pool. And then minus 250 from this pool. Buddy, it's my personal. Actually, 45 each. So
There it is.
yeah, you found it.
2d4
what?
plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potion of healing. Is it potion? Yeah, that's it.
Did we get any recent payment from this last mission?
Yeah, it was already given.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
I don't know if I added it to mine.
It was
no.
200 plus 10 platinum.
Okay. And we each got that?
Yep.
Okay, alright. I definitely did not add that.
And neither.
That's why we're so magnanimous about sky coach rides and
Alright, I can afford some healing pots. Alright, we each get 2 healing pots.
do we each get 2? Are you're
Yeah.
buying?
We're getting one. We're buying one,
one.
and the party's buying us one, right?
Well,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to keep you guys each carry one, and then I'll keep the other in reserve.
Oh.
Do you not trust us with our use of these to be judicious and
Well,
to help our allies should they be in need?
I spent quite a bit of money on this out of my personal pocket, so we'll see how it goes.
You can buy more.
No, we can't.
No, I mean the
Yeah.
other guys can.
Oh, well, yeah, if they want to spend more out of their money, I mean, if you guys could spend up as much as you want, unless we can get up to, you were going to buy 2 each and get up to 20, and then he was going to give us a bigger percentage.
I guess we'll be good for now.
But you can't take it all. All those other adventures behind us are going to want some.
Well, then he would have to pay us out to go and get a mission to get more supplies. It's kind of like how it works. You buy somebody out. And then we go outside and sell it for 300% the value outside of the shop. I'm kidding.
on
We
the
wouldn't
auction
do
house.
that.
So the party gold and the party booty is actually your booty. Should we be worthy at some point? Is that how this adventuring company works?
Well, you signed the agreement. Did you not bother to read it in detail?
Evidently, I did not read the fine print.
Yeah, I guess you did not, my friend. But don't worry, I'm trustworthy. I've not led you astray so far.
Well, when I die and you have 5 healing pots in your employ, then, the good
It's all right.
reputation of the adventuring company will persist.
If it gets to the point where you die and we've all used all 5 each of our healing potions and we wound out of all the good graces of the powers that be that invest us with the power of healing, we deserve to all be dead at that point. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Can I interest you in other potions?
Pass. I walk out.
I think
Have a
we're
nice
okay,
day.
but thank you very much for your time.
You're most welcome.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be back.
Oh yes, please come again.
All right, so these are just regular potions of healing, right?
Yeah.
Potion of healing. Yeah. Oh. And we also still have our potion of water breathing.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Okay. Other errands, other purchases. Sounded like somebody was interested in a 50-foot of rope earlier.
Would be.
I have the rope. I just was curious if these creatures could change into it.
Ah. And if you attempted, it did not change into rope.
Bummer. What about a grappling hook?
No. If Mordrin is attempting to coerce it into that.
Not so much, huh?
Definitely seems to be a little bit more trouble than it's worth.
Well, one always needs a weapon, and having a weapon that can become not a weapon can have some benefits in and of itself. That and the companionship. Look at this little thing. It's adorable.
And that's why you don't have a lot of friends, my friend.
It says.
I have lots of friends. I'm making more every day.
And it purrs because it's feeling the good thoughts that you're talking about it.
I am going to study my book on the care and feeding of these things.
Mimics all you need to know.
Yes. It's a good title. I like it.
Care and feeding. Is it an original copy, though?
It's a mimic.
Nobody, really?
It's mimicking an original copy.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Got a two. Quick.
Have to
Okay.
find out whether Felix is as close-minded as you guys are.
Well,
Yes,
something we'll have to wait to find out.
Next week. I'm not sure if he's making it next week. I said something about this week, and next week might be rough. So, but he'll be back after.
Do you have another wife he needs to date?
Whoa.
Yes. Huh.
Wow.
He's English, and
Cat-
it's Vegas.
Cats do have 9 lives, so perhaps he has 9 wives as well.
No wonder he's out adventuring.
You gotta be able to afford all of that. He had broke off with you guys earlier in the day, saying, "I need to run around and do some errands and check in with people, see if any of my contacts have come back with anything on the things we're looking into. I will catch you up later."
Gotta see a guy about some stuff.
Indeed. Okay.
Shopping.
Anybody need to buy anything else?
Nope, this is the most exciting shopping adventure we've had in a long time.
Spent a lot already.
We have spent a bit.
And well, then you go through the day, stopping by and either getting stuff retightened or getting some repairs done on some of your gear.
With the insight gained from my recent exploits, is there a gymnasium or sparring center here at the guild?
Yes, I was going to ask you to describe how you do pick up your level of monk, or do you want me to?
I was thinking that it would have just been as I participated in the combat, began to feel constrained by my armor and feeling that I could have been more effective had I not been so encumbered. And then thinking back to some of the fitness regimens that we had at the back when I was an acolyte at the church, that I think that I may have gone the wrong direction here. I think lighter is better. Unless you have something that sounds better.
That works. I was thinking perhaps maybe you communed with the court and were bestowed knowledge and skills and woke up from your commune. I know kung fu,
That works too.
so it could be a little of both.
A little of both. Yes. Divine inspiration.
And the need to go work out in the gym to try out.
Yeah.
And the adventuring guild here, Clifftop, does have a practice room for the martial skills, firing range, target dummies, live sparring partners.
That's extra.
Excellent.
That's between you and your sparring partner. It's not a fee. There's just people down there working on their skills, and
I will take it as an opportunity to bond with Osric, my little sword might friend.
Osric. Okay. And you can try out or continue practicing the skills until you feel confident in them.
Excellent. Well, that is what I am going to work on when I am not reading about the care and feeding of Osric.
Okay.
I'm not going to name the other one because it'll hurt too much to say goodbye when Felix comes back and says, "Oh yeah, I totally want that."
Okay. Shiny, you got anything you need to get done?
I think I'm okay.
All right. Killian,
Nope, good.
all good there. Roland?
I'm good. Moment.
Okay. And Evo?
All good in the hood.
All right. The concierge front desk guy inquires if your troop will be playing tonight. There were questions from concerning whether you would be performing by some of the guests from your other performance the other night.
Let me pull out my loot and let me tune it. I don't know. We did just save like an entire crew and ship. I'm a little tired. How you sounding there, Roland?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How are you feeling? As I was like kind of tuning up my loot, but kind of half-heartedly doing it.
No, well, I feel like I've gained something about myself. I really want to go out and do some more activity, but I actually like the downtime right now. I like what you're doing with your loot there. What are you doing there?
I'm just trying to get a tune, trying to get it tightened up here. Not coming out very good. I get to buy us the first rounds, I say, to the inquiring bartender.
Of course.
All right, fine. What about you, Killian? You gonna get on some drums tonight with us?
Horn.
Horn today? Okay.
Horn.
What does Roland play?
Roland plays a
He plays everything.
yeah, I actually have just about everything. No, I'm just kidding. I have a bird flute.
Oh.
I have a Yartling and a drum.
Full drum kit, right?
Well, no, it's just a drum.
Take-home drum, bigger than you. That would be sick.
Wow. Yeah, you would need some special.
Yeah, Yarding's pretty cool. Pull that out, play most of my tunes, but seems like I've been drumming lately.
Yeah, you'd be the drummer, and Killian on horns, and Evo on lute.
Hmm.
Nobody else plays, right?
You know what? I'm going to pick up a flute. I am
Okay.
going to go down to the shop and pick up a flute because I had one back at the
I used to play in college.
it's well, we it's I did have a knack, so I will pick up a full on Chang flute.
All right, Roland. Does he deserve an audition?
Yes,
The
of course.
Flute would run you 2 gold.
I'm surprised he didn't pull out his little
Okay.
green friend and try to blow him.
Ooh, I haven't even thought about that.
Damn.
That's my cutting words, man. I mean, every time I'm doing this to poor Mordred, he's like taking 1d4 psychic damage and then getting disadvantaged on everything.
Oh, 1d4 ego damage.
Yeah,
Oof.
I have that ability now.
But it adds +3 to my resume writing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. Where is it?
So I will see if I can sit in as a session flautist with
Okay.
the evening's performance. See how well I do.
Well, then everybody go ahead and
Well,
make
before
a-
he does, no, he has to audition for us, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, that's,
Well, I'm not saying I deserve a free drink at this point, but since it seems to be an open mic affair.
Oh, okay, sorry. You got to make a wisdom save versus my vicious mockery. Never mind.
Oh, what wisdom?
That was a
wisdom
joke.
save?
You don't have to. I'm just kidding.
No, he's
just-
not. Yeah.
And just so
Um,
you know, any tips you earn while you're playing, they may be communal, but they actually go to the leader of the band. So just so you know, in this band.
Damn.
All right, before you
Killian's the
get
leader of the
started,
band, man.
Oh, well, that's
Before
not
you-
horrible.
that will be okay. Never mind.
Wow, where did the 1d4 come from?
That's one of my dragon mark abilities.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, I got a knack.
All right, let's see if he fits in. I'm gonna roll. Maybe if I can find it. I don't know. You're a little lightweight to fit in with us.
Well,
Maybe a
I'm not
little-
saying I'll be there for the full session.
Maybe practice, for a few more days, and then I don't know. Roland, how are you feeling tonight?
I don't know. We have this. I have this book of children's nursery rhymes you could practice with.
All right, what the hell? You could sit in with us.
All right. Well, I think all of us would just be giving an assist to whoever the main performer is, right?
Yeah, that's I think how we've worked it.
Hopefully,
I thought we actually did individual performance to see who was like sucking that night, weren't we? Yeah, I don't know. Everything was kind of ad hoc. I would get up there and play, and then Roland would roll his performance to join in. It's kind of like how we were doing it before.
I think we just open mic it, man.
Okay.
Basically, figure out who wants to. Everybody's gonna make a performance roll. You got to get 10 or better to do the assist, but that will also show how well you're playing to whoever wants to make the band roll.
Mm.
Well, I'm on drums. I can start us off.
So what's your performance up to now, Roland?
Still 5.
Still 5. Are you feeling lucky? Do you
I'm always
feel
feeling
lucky? Do you feel
He's,
lucky?
yeah.
he's feeling halfling.
You want to
lucky.
lead the show tonight?
I will lead the show.
All right, I'm gonna roll to help you out. I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Mordred because I don't want him to chode us up tonight.
Oh.
Come on, Mordred. I heard
It's
you.
up to him to use it.
Okay, use that. Yeah, use that better. Come on now. You gotta get your finger in
Well, he gets to
right.
decide after the roll, right?
Get those bony fingers going.
Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and roll to assist Roland then.
Yep.
Oh.
All right,
Nice.
pretty good.
Damn.
You just need to
really
get
well.
warmed up.
Well, you don't even need the bardic inspiration on that one.
All right. A little taken back by how well he was. So I was like, wow, okay. You didn't sound that good in the room. What are you trying to like hold it shank us here? And then
Do better in front of the crowd.
I guess
feeding
so.
off their energy.
Oh God. Is it that special eyeball flute you're using?
Don't judge. Don't judge.
All right, and then come on, Roland, bring us home,
All
and then
right, here
I
we
will
go.
give you bardic inspiration. I mean, I might as well use them. I got them. Ooh, nice. And then you get to add that D6 on that bad boy.
All right.
Oh, you get advantage. Roll again. I mean, you might get a natural 20.
Oh, that's true. All right, here we go. Do it one more time. Oh, close.
See? Always roll that advantage. All right, and then bam, you get that 1d6 on top of that. Make it push it into the 30 range. 29, 28.
28.
That's pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
What about the horn section?
Oh,
right.
Killian.
Want some horn? You want some horn?
Yeah, we want
We
that
always
horn.
want some horn.
Always
I
want
got
that
some
horn.
for you.
More forge horn.
I'll give you
Okay.
inspiration too. I got one
That
more.
was the wrong one.
Oh, see, look at
Except
that.
it was a perception.
Oh,
roll.
That
that
was
was a
perception.
perception.
So
Oh,
I gotta
it's the
reroll it.
same bonus, right?
No, this is not as good as good.
Bardic inspiration.
Well, I did give you bardic inspiration, so you can add to it.
All right.
1d6. And I burned up all my inspiration for tonight.
Here we go.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Bam, bam, bam.
It is a rousing set that you guys put out. The audience is all into it.
Got a good beat. You can dance to it.
Yep. There's dancing. There's clapping. Yeah. It is a good performance.
My God, Ironside is moshing in the pit. Look out, everybody. He's doing his old iron stomp like technique.
We're like the monkeys. Or Josie and the Pussycats solving mysteries and doing gigs.
Yeah. No, you're not bad with that flute, kid.
I'm working on it. I think it's part of this new looser feel that I have.
All right. It is you play into the night. Got your free drinks, tips, and the loose change equaling 20 gold.
Damn, it's going into the party fund.
Party fund.
Party fund was pretty severely depleted, so.
And let's see. You guys do anything else for the night?
Yes.
We getting any groupies? Is this?
Oh,
Whoa.
well, let's
All right,
see
now.
if you got any in that direction. That would be what? Persuasion? Charisma roll, just straight charisma rolls for.
What, are you trying to get laid, or are we, what's the deal
I'm
here?
just
He's looking
curious what's going on.
for groupies.
Yeah, if it's charisma roll, probably not so much. Oh, well,
Well, yes, yeah, there are girls that are very much into the musician types there.
that whole emo, brave domain cleric
Yes.
monk thing. Wow.
Yeah, I was too busy focusing on the music.
No. There's
Yeah, I'm still blowing them all off.
okay. Yeah, you do the above all that band member guy.
No, just just more interested in the music tonight.
Alrighty.
What about Roland though, man? I bet he's a player.
What's that? No, work the crowd. See if there's anything interesting going out there. What's going on? I'm gonna start wandering around.
All right. Yeah, we can throw a charisma check too.
Alright.
Oh,
Yes.
people
Yeah,
like that
there
sweaty
you go.
drummer.
Was
What
when he
about
pulled
the
his shirt
guy
off.
on the horn? That mighty horn player.
Killian?
Yeah. Is he gonna do the bump and grind?
No.
No, not even gonna try.
Nope.
Just says no thanks. I will
Thanks, but no
hand out
thanks.
some cards to the groupies.
Yeah.
What about Shiny, man? What's Shiny doing this whole time?
I'm just chilling in the back right there, enjoying your fine performance. I'm just blown away by how good you guys sound tonight.
He's like, man, maybe these guys should. That last adventure, maybe they should give up the adventuring gig.
Yeah,
Since we
exactly.
almost all
I'm thinking maybe I
died.
need to be their agent to start, going out and getting you guys gigs.
Ooh, our Reuben Kincaid.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll just bless you instead. Hope I bless Killian by accident.
Okay.
Let's see.
Killing it.
Let's see. We're gonna probably wrap it up here as I finish off a quick little thing here. And
Hey, we had 0 people watching tonight.
all right. Then yeah, well, it's about that time anyways. So we're gonna wrap it up for this week.
All right, this is Captain Dan closing down the stream. Just mostly a little bit of role playing, a little bit of music playing tonight, and we'll see you guys all next week. Say goodnight, guys.
All right, guys.
All right, good night.
Guys.
All right.